0.
I don't think you have to say the 0 part. I think that's just like a known thing.
I think this is where we start.
Yeah, you just count down and then it's like, oh, the assumption is like the next one means I should just start talking now.
You have a like a orb coming from the top of your screen. I think it's
Oh,
your
yeah, that's
light, but
my
it looks like
light.
a ghost.
That's the light in my room. It does kind of look like a ghost.
Your room looks a little haunted.
That's the way I like it. Just
Keeping all
slightly
the
haunted.
a little creepy.
Well, I'm Ricki, the one
I'm
with the
Jake.
haunted room.
I'm not haunted.
You're listening to 20 somethings doing nothing. Do you have nothing to say because you're burping? That's disgusting. Stop it.
I just
Walk
downed a
away
bunch
from
of
the
almonds.
mic. And almonds make you burp?
Well, no. Well, I guess everything makes me burp.
I feel like that's a problem and that's not really supposed to happen.
It's because I breathe in so much air. Usually I'm talking when I'm eating, so then I like swallow so much air and then I just let it all out. Fun facts about Jake.
Okay.
Didn't think you were going to get that today.
I'm going to need you to not burp into the microphone. Thanks. I also just called it mic phone instead of a microphone. So I'm doing great as well. We're both doing wonderful today.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the shit show.
I think that's what we should just change the name to.
Shit show?
Welcome to the shit show. That's a little long.
Maybe that's what we do when we're 30. Welcome to the shit show.
Quality.
Because it's like, yeah, we're 30, but we still don't know what the fuck we are doing.
Still doing nothing.
30's really close.
For you.
For you too, motherfucker.
No, I got like a good year and a while. Wait, what's
a year and a while? What?
I got like a year. I have 15 months. Do you know what can happen in 15 months?
Okay, but this is the thing. If I'm close to 30, that means you're close to 30. We're only a few months apart.
That's a long time.
We're what, 4 months apart? 3 months, something like that? I can't do the maths.
4 months. I could move and be a whole new person in 4 months.
So that means that because I'm turning 30, you're not as close to 30 because of the 4 months difference.
That is correct.
That's
according to time, I am becoming less close. No, I am less close. Not becoming less close. I am less close to 30.
Are you going backwards?
You are closer.
If you're going backwards in time, tell me how to do it.
That would really, we would just be filthy rich.
All right. So normally we start the podcast with random shit. So I'm going to ask Jake, what's the random shit you want to talk about today?
Okay. So yesterday I tweeted, raise your hand if you are an overthinker, because it was like 10:30 at night or something. No, it was late. What time was it? It was 11:10 at night. And I was laying in bed and I couldn't fucking sleep because all I was doing was thinking about something. And no matter how many times I try and count the freaking sheep or whatever the hell you do, my brain just kept going back. And I was surprised this morning at how many people responded that they are also overthinkers, because that's one of the issues that you have, but don't realize how many other people have the same issue.
I don't think you're talking to your friends enough, because I know all of my friends who overthink.
I think most of my friends are not.
I'm shocked that you're shocked. They're not overthinkers?
I think a majority of my friends are not overthinkers. And then every time I talk to them about something, they're like, you're just overthinking this. And I understand that that's an issue that I've had and have currently, but I didn't realize it was such a widespread issue that the whole world is just an overthinker.
Oh my gosh, almost everybody I know overthinks. Especially in situations that are huge situations. That's when it tends to happen.
So how the hell do you stop it?
You can meditate. You can try telling yourself certain affirmations to calm yourself. You can try to look at positives instead of negatives, because a lot of overthinking brings out negative thought processes.
Ooh,
there's options here. Doesn't mean that they're going to work. You have an ant?
Yeah, I have an ant problem.
Already?
Yeah. It's okay, though. I'm taking care of it.
Okay, better than mice, I guess, but still.
Oh, yeah. I'll take ants any day.
Why is every apartment that you live in like infested with something?
Don't know. It just comes with me, I guess.
Ew!
I'm just a gross human being, so gross things follow me. I've had like 5 spiders, a huge
Okay, spiders are
infestation of
normal.
ants. That's really it. A few little weird bugs, but yeah. But yeah, I was thinking today that I should start meditating because I don't have the ability to stop thinking about things, and that's what meditating will train my brain to do.
Exactly. Try yoga.
Yeah, I've done yoga before. Not my thing.
Not feeling it? Okay, never mind.
No.
Try meditation without the
Oh
yoga because
god.
that's essentially what yoga
Especially
is meditating and working out at the same time.
hot yoga. Oh, 10 times worse.
Well, yeah, it's in a really, really, really hot room. That's not enjoyable for anyone. I don't know why people do it.
People tend to enjoy it.
Weirdos.
You got random shit?
Um well,
Fucking hot yoga people.
I was just thinking about bachelorette parties. And I know we discussed the fact that I'm going to a bachelorette party. Literally next weekend I go. So I was just thinking about bachelorette parties and thinking about bachelor parties and the ideas of strippers. And
Okay.
like I wanted to buy the girl whose bachelorette I'm going to a stripper, but I don't think that she would like that very much. And I feel like she'd be almost upset if I did that. But I feel
Oh.
like that's a staple and like necessary at the same time.
But it costs so much money that like if she wouldn't even enjoy it. I mean, here's the question though.
But how much is a stripper? I don't even know.
I have no idea. Would the rest of the party enjoy it?
Oh, I'm pretty sure this is the thing. I'm pretty sure the rest of the party would, but I also don't know about 3 of the girls or 4 of the girls that are going.
Do you have like a chat with all of the peeps?
I do.
You should just ask them all because if everyone else is going to enjoy it, everything is about the bride. So if one thing has to be about everyone else, it's going to be the stripper. And then everyone else gets enjoyment out of her not enjoying it. As shitty as that sounds, that's just the way it goes. That's what you get.
I'm actually happy that you have this thought process because I thought that your thought process was going to be the opposite of this.
No, everything is about the bride and groom. You got to make something about everyone else.
Okay.
Because aren't you traveling somewhere for it?
Yeah, I'm going to freaking Miami.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Everyone is traveling to Miami for this person, having a good time, spending a lot of money. There's going to be something that everyone just sits back and watches the person be like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable or not having a great time.
So people are saying upwards of like $500 to have a stripper come to you.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's going to be expensive. But there's a lot of girls, aren't there?
It is expensive. Yeah. I don't know. There's this place called Hunks and Babes, only the best exotic dancers in Nashville.
That sounds great. Came up. I just Googled Miami strippers.
Oh, so in Nashville, it's just like $200 to $250 to have a stripper.
That's because you're in Nashville.
Yeah,
you don't have
I guess
the Miami strippers.
Oh my God, what? Party games to play with the stripper? Bra pong? Suck for $1?
Oh, here we go. Here's some rates. Here we go. Starts at $250 based on location. Nude bartenders, topless bartenders, bikini lingerie bartenders, nude servers, topless servers, bikini lingerie servers, VIP hosts / city tour guides. They got it all.
Wow. Okay. So it's like a one-stop shop. Love that for them.
That's kind of nuts that it's only $250. I feel like it would cost a lot more money.
So I assume the idea is to pay the $250, but you still tip them at the end.
Oh, that makes sense. They definitely, you tip them throughout the whole time, I guess.
Or at the end. I don't know which one. I've never been to a bachelorette. This is the first bachelorette I'm going to, so I really don't know how it works.
Do you think that
I just feel like a bachelorette deserves a stripper. Like, I just feel like that makes sense.
Not in this case. In this case, the party deserves the stripper.
Right. We deserve the stripper.
Right. Think of all the things you're doing for this person.
You're the best man in a wedding coming up for your best friend. Mm-hmm. And for the bachelor party, are you getting a stripper?
Nope. You know why? Guess who doesn't care about a stripper? Me.
So you're making the decision for everyone?
Well, yeah, because he would not enjoy it. Maybe.
You just said fuck the bachelorette, though, because if the other people like it, then you should have the stripper.
Right.
So
So
have you discussed with everybody else that's going to the bachelor party if they would like a stripper?
I have not, because I have no interest in it. So I'm the one that gets to make the decision. So it's really, if I wanted one, then I would ask everyone. But like, I don't really care, and I don't think he would like it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
You're kind of going
That's the
back on
beauty.
the thought process you just had, though.
No. Because if I would get entertainment out of this, I mean, I guess I still would. It's just not something
But
I
like,
feel like I
I'm
need to
not
spend
the
money
maid
on.
of honor, so I'm not the one planning it. I just feel like there should be a stripper. Like, we're going to be in Miami. There should be a stripper. I'm not planning anything. I just think that that's what makes sense for a bachelorette.
So you would just throw the idea out there
to say, I think we should get a stripper, even though I don't think that she would like it very much.
If
but
anything,
now you're saying that you're not getting a stripper because you wouldn't want it and he wouldn't want it, and you're going back on what you said originally.
No, because if I wanted it, then it'd be different.
But you're not the only one in the bachelor party.
But
there's
going to
be other people at the bachelor party. That's literally not.
So I'm the gatekeeper. So I don't want the stripper. He doesn't want the stripper. Then we don't have to get a stripper. But if we were to do anything, we'd probably go to a strip club, not just get one stripper, because that doesn't really sound appealing for like 8 dudes.
Okay.
I'm honestly, nothing sounds appealing about that. I would much rather go to a strip club. But I also have zero interest in a strip club. So if we don't do it, then I won't care at all.
I have a feeling you're going to plan a kind of lame bachelor party because you're only planning what you like.
It's going to be good. It's already mostly planned, and everything revolves around, like, there's a lot of things that he enjoys that I don't really care about, but we're doing it anyway because it's not my bachelor party. But little details like this, I get to decide. But like, imagine
is that how you balance it?
Yes. Imagine a bunch of dudes in a room and just one stripper.
Well, they're only $200. You can get more than one stripper.
I guess that's true. If you divide it by everyone, it wouldn't be that much money. Even still, you would need...
I see the wheels turning. You're thinking about it.
I think with 8 dudes, we would need at least 4 strippers.
Okay, a stripper per every 2 dudes?
So that's $1,000. That's over $100 a person plus tip. This is getting real expensive real fast.
I think you're getting greedy with the strippers, sir.
What?
I think you're asking for too many strippers.
Well, yeah, but otherwise it's just everyone's... It's just the thought of a bunch of dudes sitting around with like 1 or 2, maybe 3 strippers is just so uncomfortable. Club? Yeah, but it's dark and you're in the environment. Nobody's near each other.
Only
Everyone
like
here
2 up there dancing at a time, max.
Well, then people come over to you and give you lap dances. But here, it would just be everyone staring at the one person giving... I mean, I guess the moral of the story would have to be...
That's literally what still happens, though.
No, but it's such a... Like, I just picture us in the Airbnb. Like, it's nighttime, but lights are on. And it's just a bunch of dudes sitting around. And girl, I don't know. It just sounds horrible. Strip club sounds way better than this situation that you've created.
I did not create the situation, but...
Yeah, you said I had too many strippers. So now I only have 2. It's not going to work with less than 4.
Club is. You're insane. That's literally what a normal strip club is. Yes, it's dark, which kind of makes it dingier and creepier because it's dark and there's 2 girls dancing on stage. And then that's really it. You guys all are like next to each other watching the 2 girls, just like you would be watching the 2 girls next to each other at an Airbnb in a room.
No, but then there's strippers coming around giving people lap dances, and then some people will go do the really expensive thing in the back. It's just like everyone disperses once you get in.
Do the really expensive thing in the back.
I've never done that. Because, like, fuck that.
Okay, I think we've talked about strippers enough.
I'm just like, didn't even think about that as an option, but still don't think it is.
Fine. Have a boring bachelor party. What do I care?
It's way different with a bunch of females and 1 dick.
We have 8 dicks. It's not that different. Okay, we're going to have 8 vaginas.
Yeah, that's better.
I don't see the difference here, sir. There's going to be 8 vaginas and 1 stripper. It's the same idea.
We just need to go to a strip club. No strippers at the house.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, anyways. I'm going to move on to the next topic. And I'm going to ask you how your gym experience is going, because we discussed doing kind of like a fitness challenge, but not really. It was more like we were challenging ourselves, and you were doing pretty well at the beginning, but I haven't asked you about it in a while.
Guess where I just was before we recorded? At the gym.
Really?
Yeah, I've actually been doing amazing and like going. If I don't go, so I go every day unless I'm doing some sort of other physical activity. So like yesterday I went hiking with my friend and so I didn't go to the gym. But like every other day, I'd say 90% of days I go to the gym for minimum 30 minutes.
Okay, that's good. I'm
So
very proud of you.
I'm just trying to like do a bunch of cardio right now. And so I'll like go on the elliptical for 30 minutes and sweat my balls off. And then do some physical therapy on my knee because I'm trying to fix my knee. And then that's it. And it's honestly great. And it doesn't take too much time out of my day.
How long have you been doing it for now?
This is week 6, I think.
I'm very proud of you. That's a big deal, Jakeford.
Thanks. I feel good too.
It is kind of crazy,
like,
the difference that you notice after doing it for a while, and you're like, okay, this is actually really good, and I feel so much better.
Yeah, I haven't noticed a difference like look wise, but I'm also not really lifting. I'm like trying to just sweat off everything first and then build some muscle.
You're building stamina.
Right. Oh, that I've noticed a huge difference. Like on the hike yesterday, man, my friend, we got to the top and he was like, I don't know how much farther I can go. And I was like, honestly, I'm kind of fine. So like my endurance is through the freaking roof right now.
Okay, I don't know about through the roof, but better than it probably was before, which is still amazing.
Way better.
I'm still very proud of you for that.
Thanks. What are
I'm
you
just
doing?
shocked that you stuck with it for 6 weeks already. You're like determined. I love this for you.
Yeah, now it's like my routine.
That's awesome. I fell off the bandwagon for about 2.5 weeks. There was a lot going on. Like AJ came and moved in and his sister was here for a week and I was eating like shit and I felt like shit. I started going back to the gym today. So I already feel like more energetic because I honestly just went to the gym probably like 2 hours ago. So
Hell
I'm like
yeah.
wired off gym energy, but I'm getting back into it. It's just going to probably take me a little while. I also, before AJ got here and his sister, I did like 6 miles on the bike, which is the most I've done in basically forever, like in years. And I think I really fucked up my ankle, like my bad ankle. So I was also trying to like kind of take it easy and let that settle down. And since it felt better now, I was like, all right, I have to go back to the gym.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
Here we are.
It is a lot harder when you have people visiting. Like I had people visiting this weekend and I missed 2 days, I think.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to be like, all right, sorry guys, I'm going to go work out for the next 30 minutes and then shower and completely inconvenience everybody on the things that we're going to do.
Right. So one day I just did the gym before I met up with them, which was nice. But when Erica and John were here, it was great because they both go to the gym every day.
They like the gym.
Right. And it was awesome. So then I didn't feel like I had to miss a day because we all just went to the gym together. And that was even better because going to the gym with other people is just like always more motivating rather than me just going alone. And,
really?
you know, if you're not feeling
to the
it.
Gym with other people.
Like with people you know?
Yeah, I hate going to the gym with anybody. I just want to go by myself. I want my headphones in and I want to run, or not run anymore because I can't because of my joints. So bike. I want to do everything that I want to do and not have to talk to anybody or feel like there's other people there that I need to like, I don't know, cater to in a way. Even though you're at the gym and you know you're all working out, I still feel like you have to like cater to your friends, and it's weird. I went through the whole being back at home and in a small town and everybody went to the same gym. So my workouts that should have been like 40 minutes ended up being an hour and a half because everybody wants to dilly-dally and talk to each other. And I just hate that. So I'd rather just go by myself, in and out, not fucking talk to anybody, not think about anything, just be done.
That's nice. There's an unwritten rule. So I've met a few people at my gym, but we have this like unwritten rule. We'll like have a 3-second conversation and then you don't talk the entire time you're in there, and it's incredible.
Well, that's nice because that's something that you all understand. No one that I knew understood that. So it drove me fucking crazy.
It's like a high school reunion at your gym.
Every time. So I don't like going with other people or knowing anybody. I speak to nobody at my gym. I never plan to either. I'm just in my own little corner. Don't fucking look at me. Don't talk to me. I'm non-existent. I have like a big fuck you on my forehead. Like, leave me alone.
Mine's the
I
only
walk
place I've
in.
actually.
You're
What?
the only
Uh,
place that you've made friends is the gym?
yeah, and it's nice. We just like say hi, and then if I see them by the pool, we'll say hi, and but I don't really like. We don't really talk. It's just like, hey, what's up?
Okay, so you
Oh,
didn't actually make
cool.
friends at the gym. You just made acquaintances.
Yeah, yeah. They're definitely not friends. They're more acquaintances. But I still count
Okay.
it. It's people that I know their
Take
name and
whatever
they
you
know
can
my name.
get.
Right.
Take whatever you can get right now. You're starting new in a new place. Take what you can get. You have some
Exactly.
friends though,
Yeah, I
like
do.
some
It's great.
actual friends.
Yeah, well, hopefully. I mean,
What do
I
you mean,
do right
hopefully?
now. But so I have like two really good friends here. And my one friend is another ant. My one friend is
Ew.
let me kill it.
Please kill it.
Get out of here.
And then leave its dead body there so his friends know what's coming
That's
to
what I
them.
did with a spider yesterday. It was great.
Do you have ant traps?
Yeah, they're all over.
What did you leave out to get ants?
Nothing. I'm like very clean. I don't know what they're doing.
You're
They're also
too
nowhere near
clean.
my food. I know they're like, where is everything? We need less clean. So
You're
I
so
have
clean. They want to come to your house because they're like, oh, it's a clean
exactly.
house. Let's go there.
I
All right.
have two friends that I hang out with most of the time, and my one friend told me that he's most likely leaving in the fall.
For why?
For why?
Yeah. Why is he leaving?
Uh, I don't know. I think he just needs a change,
Okay.
and he like grew up here, so that's gonna suck. But we have a lot of fun adventures right now, and I'm hoping to continue those adventures. And then when that time comes, then that's a not a today problem.
You would be the person who moves to Napa, makes a friend with the one person who's going to leave
Yeah,
in a few months. Like that just pretty much sounds on par with your life. And I'm sorry.
it's shitty, but it is what it is.
Oh,
I
would you
made the
say like
same
he's your favorite
decision.
friend?
I can't pick favorites.
I mean, you can pick favorites. It's fine.
No, I cannot pick favorites.
You can pick favorites. It's not like you guys are
No,
serious friends yet.
they are my most serious friends.
Okay, fine. I won't make you pick favorites. But clearly you're upset that he's leaving. But I guess if he's leaving for something that, he needs to do for himself, you can kind of respect that at least.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I'm like, he also has no idea what he's going to do. So actually, maybe he does. I don't know. Last time we talked, he wasn't really 100% sure. So I think he just has got to figure it out. And who knows? Maybe by that time, he'll find something different here and then he'll stay.
I'm sorry that your friend's leaving. I hope you find more friends.
Yeah, same. Because like I don't really have coworkers. Like the people that I work with at the wineries are all really cool, but I don't really see myself hanging out with the people.
With those people specifically.
Yeah, those people.
Well, because I don't know, it just sounded weird the way you said it. So I was like, which people are we talking about? We're talking about those people.
Yeah, the
Okay. I
winery
mean,
people.
that kind of makes sense. You kind of assumed that you wouldn't, though, when you first took this job. You're like, I'm not really going to be hanging out with these people. I have to find friends on my own. And you've made it a point to make friends on your own, and you're already doing it. So, like, you're doing really well, and you'll find more friends.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is that I hang out with people with my friends. So I'm
It's
like
the best
meeting
way to
people
make
through
more
them.
friends.
Yeah, exactly.
The friend of
And
a
then you
friend
meet people through
poaching.
those. Yep. And then you just poach everyone's friends.
Absolutely. It's the only way to make friends when you're an adult. That and work. And we already decided work isn't a thing for you. You're not going to make friends there. So you got a friend poach.
Yep.
Full support of this.
Actually, there's one person at work that I would probably hang out with, but to be
You don't sound very
determined.
convinced. Okay.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's just a lot of people I work with are older and, we're in different places in life.
So it makes it harder to like hang out with them. You're not just going to hit them up and be like, hey, let's go explore this. Because they're like, I have kids, bro. And it's like, oh, I forgot.
Right.
It's like,
I'm
oh,
like,
my
oh,
bad.
I have no responsibilities other than work.
Yeah. Forgot like you're going to need a babysitter and like planning ahead of time by 48-hour notice. My bad.
Yeah. I'm like, do you need a babysitter? Because we can just hang out with your kids, maybe. That's an option.
Right. So I get that. Okay. Well, you're going to find more friends. And I'm very proud of you that you're already making friends and that you're actually getting yourself out there because I know that that's weird for you because you get very like uncomfortable in those situations.
I fucking hate it.
But you're really not bad at it. You
I
just
know, but I
think you're
hate
bad
it
at
so
it.
much. Well, so when John and Erica were here, we got invited to a house party with, I would say, 85% of the people that I didn't know. And it was a way different situation because I was with John and Erica. So I had somebody to talk to no matter what.
You
And
had a comfort zone.
I knew some of the people there. I'm like, one of my good friends was there. So it was not like super uncomfortable. And everyone there was awesome. But like, will I see them again? I hope so. But it was if I had to go there alone, I would have been so uncomfortable. But I just do it because you have to.
I was gonna say, but part of this whole moving away and experiencing the entirety of this journey is just making yourself do things that you don't want to do
Mm-hmm.
and growing from it.
Gross.
I know, right? Growth.
Gross.
What's that? What's that crap? Not me.
So you have
I want to be a shitty person forever.
Yeah, seriously. You have an anniversary coming up. Speaking of being shitty.
Yeah. I realized the other day that this Saturday is the 1-year anniversary of me losing my job. And I was like, holy shit, it's been a full year. Like, how
And
crazy
look,
is that?
isn't it nuts what has happened in a year?
Yeah, it's absolutely insane because, I mean, the year, if we're going to do it from July 10th when I lost my job to July 10th now as the full year, we obviously started the year at a very low point of me being like, what the fuck? I don't know what I'm going to do with my life or what my next step is in life. And I thought that I was just now getting into what my step of life was supposed to be and just getting used to everything and building a life in LA and things like that, just for it to all be like, nope, JK, not happening anymore. And I went through a lot of like ups and downs. You know what I mean? Moving back home was not what I planned to do by any means. And living with my dad and living with AJ and me both at my dad's was something that I never planned, obviously. And it was definitely a harder point because you get to a point where, as lucky as I am that I have my dad, that I have my mom, that we have AJ's parents too, because all of them offered for us to stay at all of their places. And we're lucky to have that opportunity and people that care about us and love us and just want to help us. But it's so hard to live with your parents after not living with your parents for so long and being independent, having a career and doing your own thing, and then to move back in with your parents. And for me to move back home, it was like I had failed. And we talked about it on the podcast, the fact that like I felt like I failed and I felt like shit. And I went through a very low point of self-esteem. And then I kind of brought myself back up and realized, my job isn't the only thing that defines who I am as a person. Things got a little bit better. I found the job that I'm at now after multiple interviews and auditions of random places. And now I'm in Nashville. AJ's here with me. And we're doing basically what we were supposed to do in LA, but never got the chance to, which is like being together and starting a new life kind of thing.
When you went through all this, I didn't really understand it. Like I felt it for you, but I didn't really get it until now, where like if my job were to be like, hey, you're fired, and then I would have to move home after like building this life that I'm building here and having a freaking incredible time and just having to get up and go live back with my parents, I would be so freaking devastated.
Mm-hmm.
And like you totally were, and I like understood, but I didn't really understand, right? But then when you have that experience and it's like, then they're going to tell you, oh, JK, it's all ending. I literally cannot even imagine how like going through that, like legitimately cannot imagine that. And I don't know how the hell you did it, honestly, because that would just be horrible, like absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't easy. I definitely went through a lot of mental turmoil over it for sure. Because like all I ever wanted was to be on air on radio. And I worked so hard to get to that point, and I worked so hard to get to LA, and I worked so hard in LA. And then to be like, well, fuck you, right when AJ was about to move out there and everything that we had planned for the whole year was like finally coming into fruition. It was like a really shitty moment for me. But you live and you learn, and life is all about changes. And whenever you think you have a plan, the universe is like, haha, fuck you. So that's really what happened. And I knew it took me a little while, but I knew that ultimately it was for a specific reason because I wasn't supposed to be there at that time. And my path was different than the one that I had created for myself in my head. And everything worked out. It's just so crazy when I think back to it and how devastated and horrible I felt in that moment and how great I feel now. Not that it's worth it because you never want to go through shitty times, obviously. You never want to like feel like crap. That's not fun. But basically, I think the idea of what I'm trying to say is like whenever you have a shitty moment happen to you, remember that there's always a better moment coming. And I know that sounds so cliche and everybody always says that and everybody always says, you know, things happen for a reason and this and that, but seriously, it really does. I would have never thought that I would be in Nashville on a morning show if you told me that a year ago. I'd be like, "No, fuck you. My life is shit. I need to find a new career and everything's gone to hell." But it worked out because I started to get positive and started to affirm my beliefs in myself of the fact that I'm supposed to be doing this and it's okay and I'm going to figure out how to make it work. And it worked. So, mostly most shitty things happen only for something better to happen later. So, stay positive for everybody else who's out there who might be going through shitty times. I know when I lost my job, there were other people that reached out to me who listened that lost their job and said that, you know, it's nice, not nice to hear somebody losing their job, but nice to hear somebody talk about it in a sense of like, oh, I'm not the only one that lost my job and I'm not the only one that feels like shit. So if you haven't found a job yet, that's okay. Keep it pushing. You'll figure it out. Stay positive. Positivity is annoying as fuck when you're mad. I get it, but it really does make a difference. And sit down with yourself and tell yourself that you're going to be doing the things that you're going to be doing and work towards those goals. Like, don't stop. You know, like I lost my job and I felt like shit about it. And it took me months to start feeling better about that situation. But I didn't just say, okay, fuck it, I'm not going to do anything anymore. We started doing the podcast again. You know what I mean? Like I continued to work towards the goal of getting back into radio and it worked. So it's really just working your ass off and staying positive
Yeah,
because you'll get there.
it's when you're like, oh, I just don't know what to do and nothing's happening. And then you just fucking gloat the whole time. That's not going to change anything.
Yeah, just moping around and feeling sorry for yourself doesn't help. It feels nice for a little while, I'm not going to lie. Like let yourself mope for a bit because I think that's normal. And I think as humans, we need to let ourselves feel all of the emotions, not just automatically go to be positive, life is great. Like be sad. It's okay. You're allowed to be sad for a little bit. You're allowed to feel like a piece of shit. You're allowed to feel like a failure. Like those are all normal emotions to feel. But what you do after you let yourself feel those emotions is really what is like the ultimate goal. And that's what's going to get you to where you want to get to.
I was talking to somebody today about motivation, which is always interesting because you know all those like motivational speakers and you're like, ugh, the same, you say the same fucking things. And then you watch something and it can become super motivating, but then you don't actually do anything. So like, is that really motivating? You like get all hyped up and then you're like, yeah, I feel motivated. And then you just don't do anything.
Yeah, you're hyped for like 10 minutes and then the next day you're like, okay, fuck this shit. I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah. So what I discovered is that, well, in my opinion, at least, I think motivation comes from confidence. And a lot of people will lack the confidence, which makes them lack motivation because they think they can't do it. Right.
That makes sense.
Me working out, which is weird because this is kind of opposite for me. So like me working out started because I had I was like becoming less confident. Right. So then the way to become more confident for me was the motivation to work out.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So like if you're not motivated to do something, maybe, I don't know, like I don't really know what the like way to go about this is for different situations, but I just think my motivation was getting the confidence, but I think you need confidence to have the motivation a lot of the times.
It's a double-edged sword.
Right.
So yeah, you definitely need confidence in order to then motivate yourself. Because if you're not confident in whatever it is that you're seeking or what your goal is, and you're not confident that you're going to reach it, then there's not going to be any motivation to get there. You have to believe in what it is that you're working towards. And that involves being positive about it and telling yourself you're going to get there. Finding motivation can be really difficult sometimes because obviously, like I said, it's a lot easier. And sometimes it just feels really good to feel fucking sorry for yourself. And that's fine. But you're right. You need to like find a moment to gain the motivation and the confidence to get to where you want to get to. It's like I said, a double-edged sword. So you need both. You can't have one or the other. You definitely need both.
Right, you need one to have the other.
Exactly. 100%.
And then
which I
what
think is what
keeps
you
me
were ultimately
motivated,
saying.
right? What keeps me motivated now is like feeling different. So that's like feeding my confidence, which is then in turn feeding my motivation. So now it's just like this rolling cycle, which is why I'm just going to keep going to the gym.
100%. I mean, when we started the podcast, the amount of people that showed up for us and were so excited about starting the podcast again and were like pumped and told us how happy they were, and the announcement that we put together, like people went fucking crazy for it. And that gave me the confidence that I needed again to know that I wasn't a failure. You know, if I could connect with so many people through a podcast that I never knew would even get to this point, and I did that not on my own because you came into the podcast, but I started it on my own. So it was like, if I could do that on my own and start this on my own, and it can turn into what it's turned into, like I could figure it out. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing something right when it comes to connecting with people. And that's what my job is connecting with people. So I was like, okay, I'm not a complete piece of shit. I'm not a total failure. Like there is hope at the end of the tunnel. But that was my motivation and my confidence, was starting this podcast again and seeing how everyone reacted to it.
I think that's a lot. So during our live stream in Scottsdale, Arizona with Carla, Marie, Anthony, Erica, and John, everyone said that I would be the worst motivational speaker. But I think now that I have this knowledge of like what it takes to be motivated, I think I could fucking crush it as a motivational speaker. Because what a lot of them do is they feed you with these facts. It's like your chance of being a human was 1 in 7 bajillion thousand, right? Like you need to live every day because you maybe didn't have a life before. Like crazy shit like that.
Stop for 1 second. Breathe for 1 second. And I want you to give me your best motivational speech starting
No, I
now.
can't. I don't have a motivational
right now.
Speech.
Start right now.
One.
Go. How would you start it
podcast? Though? I don't know, but it would be more about confidence, because they'll just yell this shit at you and you feel so good and you're like, yeah, I am a rare human. And then
well, you know why you feel good in those moments, right?
Why?
Because they're confident in what they're saying to you.
I think we just discovered the key to happiness.
The key to success.
Right. Is confidence.
Confidence is really key for a lot of things.
But the hard thing is finding that in whatever.
And you're going to lose it at times.
Is.
You can find it, you're going to lose it, then you're going to find it again, and you're going to lose it again. It's a roller coaster ride of life. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that happens.
Yeah, that's not going into my speech though, but it's true.
Okay, next week I want you to have, and it only has to be like a 2-minute speech, just a 2-minute speech of motivational talk that you would do. And like, I'll hype you up beforehand as if you were about to get on stage to like thousands of people. And I just want the 2-minute speech.
That's great. I could do that.
Okay, next week you better be prepared.
I'm confident.
Good. That's what you need.
Well, my thing is I need to figure out how to lead people to confidence, because that's hard.
Okay, so think about it for the next week, and then that will be your motivational speech will be about confidence.
Leading you to confidence. I'm going to give a fucking TED Talk, and then it's going to be great.
I look forward to this more than anything in the world, Jake. I'm very excited to hear what you have to say.
Everyone that said I would be the worst motivational speaker, you hold your beer.
Let's prove them wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody hold some beer.
Hold
the beer. You're probably going to need it so that it sounds better while you're drunk.
Drink the beer first if you're not driving.
and then listen to the motivational speech.
I've been out in the sun so much and I still look like a freaking ghost.
You do.
It's kind of scary.
It's just the way you're built. You're so beautiful, Jake.
Thanks.
You and your pasty white skin. You're so gorgeous.
I'm so pasty.
All right, you know what time it is?
It's time to shower.
It's time to get in the shower.
Which is good because I stink.
Ew. Did you not shower after the gym?
I did not.
Gross.
Nobody can smell me.
Okay, solid point. So I guess it's not that gross. It's just gross for you.
It is pretty nasty.
Ewy.
What are you thinking today in the shower?
So I was thinking about the fact that when you take a nap in the afternoon and you have a dream, is that still called daydreaming?
Yeah, because it's still the day.
But you're asleep.
Then no.
Yeah. It's a hard, but it's during the day, but you're asleep and you're dreaming.
Wow. That's just
So is
called
it sleep dreaming or daydreaming? Or is it just dreaming? I don't know.
It's just dreaming. That's it.
I feel like you're not confident in that answer, but you're like,
I'm
I
not.
can't think about it any further because then your brain's just going to explode everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not motivated to give you more information because I'm not confident in it.
I get that. Totally. 100%. What are you thinking in the shower, Jakeford?
You ever realize that nobody ever appreciates the fact that email is free? Right? Like, we have to pay for phone calls, we have to pay for text messages, we have to pay for data, we have to pay for Wi-Fi. But email, you don't have to pay for email. You could have 7,000 email accounts, all free.
Interesting.
I guess you have to pay for Wi-Fi or data to have the email, but still.
I was just about to say, technically, like you're kind of paying for it, but not really because you have to pay for your Wi-Fi. But like you also have to pay for your Wi-Fi to stream the services of movies and stuff, but you have to still pay for the movies. Underappreciated that the email gods never made us pay for that.
So thank you, Google, for Gmail.
Although, wait, we used to like you had an AOL account, right?
Yes.
Didn't we have to pay for AOL? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
I was so young, but also not that young at the same time, where it was like, I should know the answer to that, but also I wasn't paying for shit. So why would I know the answer for that?
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was free.
Interesting. I never thought about that.
The more you know.
Okay, well, you can't stop burping, and I need to pee. So let's wrap this bitch up.
All right.
Oh, I did not like that in my ear holes. All right, go ahead, Jake. Do your spiel.
Oh, you can follow us at 20SDN podcast my brain just exploded. You can follow us at 20SDN podcast, or you can text us. You get direct line to our cell phones for why can't I think? 201
okay?
201-588-5139.
Also, don't forget to check out our friends Almost on Air with Erica and John and My Day Friday podcast with Carla Marie and Anthony. You can find them on all the same platforms that you find us. So all you have to do is tomorrow morning, if you're listening to this on Thursday, because they come out every Friday, you just go right back into your podcast app and you click listen.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and before we go, also, our kitties are still available for adoption. So if you're in the Washington area, both Ricki and Jake, the producer, they're a duo, are available to be adopted at Motley Zoo's. I can't speak now either. Motley Zoo. So if you go and email them, adopt@motleyzoo.org, you can adopt the two of us.
Hell
and the email's free.
We don't eat a lot, so we're easy to take care of.
Hey, speak for yourself. I'm pretty sure Ricki has an appetite from what I've heard. So like we definitely eat plenty.
She hungry.
Okay, why did you say it like that, you freak?
I don't know.
All right, this is where we go. Catch you next week.